welcome Sunday Scramblers to the Losers Final Race, a PK Scramble tournament between Brooke and mcmcGURK, two former champions both trying to cling to life and their tournament. My name is Rain. I am here with Creator. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited for this one. Really looking forward to it.
I don't think in a million years anyone could have predicted this outcome by this time. I think that Brooke and GURK are both some of the best PK Scramble runners, constantly topping the weekly charts, constantly talking about different ways to make these runs even faster for themselves and improve on tech. And here they are, losers. One of them will go home today. This makes no sense.
It's true. Anyone who had bet on this outcome would have come out far ahead. But they also would have been insane to do so.
That's right. And in that, I think we're going to see across all the races tonight, there will be one right after this, so stick around. We're going to see some exceptionally high level play, so I'm really excited to watch it. Because if there is anything to bust out, this is the time.
Absolutely. So, that said, we're about to get going, so why don't we go over the flag set real quick. What is it? Random start, accelerated enemy shuffle, and extended PSI shuffle. And also, we are going now.
And we've randomly started into LAM. Random start means that you will start randomly somewhere that is not ONET, but you will have 3 teleport locations available to you at the very start, which our runners can take advantage of. Brooke is going directly to the first kid, who is Jeff, and GURK is looting, which is interesting. The second flag, of course, being extended PSI shuffle.
I love playing with extended PSI shuffle, and it makes finding Jeff early even more interesting and potentially valuable.
It's true. In extended PSI shuffle, Jeff will get Jeff items that allow him to do PSI rather than his normal Jeff stuff. So he'll get a Thunder Machine and better versions of the Shield Killer and things like that.
Grenades, like we saw in the last weekly, a bazooka that shoots Starstorms.
Quite an item.
And then the last flag, accelerated enemy shuffle, is going to be, as we just had explained, essentially enemies will be progressive, meaning that as we move forward through the seed, they will increase in level and challenge, along with what the kids would be expected to face based on where they are in logic. So it's not going to be the enemies that are normally in the area. The catch here is the accelerated, which means that about half of the enemy set is just pulled out at random and shoved to the end of the seed.
Both runners have gone to Saturn Valley. It was one of their 3 free teleports because Jeff came with the meteorite piece. That was his starting key item, which gave Brooke and now GURK a teleport over to 3, so they'll pick up a second kid, which will extend their power range even further with all these flags in the current race. So it's going to be really exciting to see. We were starting off strong, and GURK has done quite a bit of loot gobbling along the way. So we have a good grip of items on them, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And seeing a seed throw 2 kid checks at us immediately is not super common.
They got Paula. And Paula, again, with extended PSI shuffle, Paula can have PSI powers that are essentially, literally, bomb and rocket, which will automatically raise her power level.
Yes, anytime you get Paula with bomb is a good day. You really love to see that super bomb on tap. Very satisfying.
Runners currently, it looks like Brooke's going to go down and check out Boogie Tent here. Possibly. Maybe she's just checking the items. Oh, she's checking the arms dealer. That makes sense. So
that absolutely makes sense.
Tech grenades are just bottle rockets. No, sorry, they're bombs in a bottle rocket slot rather than bottle rockets in a bomb slot. So you shoot a bottle rocket, quote unquote, but it'll have a bomb effect.
Yeah, that one's always a little bit. I mean, like, it's good to have them because they're still powerful, but like, it's not that big of an exciting change.
Work with the first fight of the entire race. A mold that dies. into Boogie Tent. An instant win ball into a Boogie Tent fight. Let's see how strong this Boogie Tent mole is, and then let's see if Brooke can get through it. 46 to the penny here isn't too bad.
That's not terrible. Yeah, this could be within logic, at least reasonably so. And we do still see Gert going for more item gathering, which I don't normally expect, but he did get a Sandlot bat out of it, which could help him, even though there's a power shield on this mold.
And unfortunately, Brooke had her nest go down, and as Gurk starts the fight, there is still some power here. Okay, yeah, Paul gets through with the light bash of 1 after some Star Storms. And we'll get our first key item check for the run.
Oh, wow. Gurk just threw a bomb or something, and it just went down.
I think Gurk threw the tech grenade.
Well, egg on my face. That worked great.
Key in the cabin. Interesting. We have no access to Happy or Tucson yet, so that is not that I saw.
No,
Unless
there
it's
is no. I'm sorry. Yes, we do actually. We have a Happy teleport. I believe it was one of the starting ones.
Gotcha. Okay, so we'll be able to go and check the 4th kid, which could be Pooh, and then we're just set for the entire run.
Or possibly even better at this stage, Flying Man.
And that would be better, actually. Yes, Flying Man can come with you as one of the character checks. Let's see if it is. It's Pooh. Flying Man can come with you, as well as the teddy bear, who can be locked inside of a cave, being the best and worst possible things you can get is for a kid check.
And I don't know that we got a look at Franklin badge? No. Who had the Franklin badge? I guess that was Pooh's item.
I think that's Pooh's item. Pooh's inherent inventory item was a pencil eraser, so I think he gave them the Franklin badge.
Okay.
Which means garbage is open.
Too many items to keep track of.
No, this has been an extremely quick collection of things. I didn't see 4 kids coming in 5.5 minutes.
Absolutely not. Yeah, we are set for this now. This is just going to, I'm sure, be just a blaze through this this seed now.
Both runners, again, because these are the absolute tippity top skill levels of runners. They know that teleporting out of this fight will allow them to get past Pokey and his goons while being in front of the Carpenter check that they want to go to anyway.
And they also know now that there's absolutely no reason to go back anywhere that you would trigger that fight again. So absolutely just TP out.
So they did get the pencil eraser, so they might have to walk to Tucson if they choose to do so. And then
that's a good point.
They have to avoid that fight as Gurk avoids any damage from Carpenter, or they'll have to just bash it out.
That would be entertaining. And we do have Carpenter in Carpenter spot. Is this even rando?
Get your bingo cards out. Is this even randomized at the center?
It looks like we got a carrot key. I believe that was from him.
2 Sanks open then. We have Lilliput and Pink Cloud open now.
Yes, and we've got all of the kids, so I mean, there's no reason not to do them.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that. You're right.
And speaking of which, it looks like Gurk is on his way to take care of Pink Cloud. It is interesting to me that neither of them bothered to do Lilliput yet. Or is that Lilliput?
Here's Lilliput.
I always mix them up.
They might be waiting for an exit mouse. I know that it's kind of a long walk, whereas Pink Cloud, you exit largely next to the door when you finish it.
That's very true, very valid. Brooke is going to do Moo training. Okay.
Why not? You're already down here.
Yeah. I mean, it's really not that long of a check. You are here already. Yeah.
And actually, to a much larger extent, as Gurk goes into Pink Cloud instead,
to
a larger
extent, green swirl.
You know. The only check that they have open for themselves at this point is Carpenter and Tucson. So Brooke may be looking for an easy teleport to Tucson instead.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, but beyond that, I'm trying to think. Maybe a teleport to. You may not want to see it because it turns into a fetch quest, but you could maybe see a teleport to Summers, or
Winters, or
Foreside. Yeah.
Scaraba if you're really unlucky.
Lost Underworld would be just a straight up sank, but then progression gets limited. Winters.
Winters Tally, that makes sense. And Everdread is the boss of the Carrot Cave, so he'll just die immediately.
There's nothing there.
I think this was Sank number 1, is like actual logic Sank number 1, so there was a very, very fast fight.
Yeah, and It would make sense too with the enemies we saw there, based on the accelerated. I mean, bag ladies and stuff. That's Tucson level. Cops, yeah. So that is now one sank down for GURK, and Brooke is about to get that because this will be no bigger problem for Brooke than it was for GURK. I also am just now realizing how close those names sound together.
The Brooke GURK continuum.
Yes.
It's going to be very difficult to keep track of as we go through this. Although, while it does seem like our runners are maybe behind or ahead of each other, it's hard to gauge at this point because of the checks that they're doing. GURK still does have to do Moo training, and Brooke still has to finish finish Everdread, and then move on. So we'll see a little bit of divergence at just this point, and then we'll see them converge again and see who does what next.
I think the only thing that I would say is my suspicion is that Brooke is ever so slightly ahead just because GURK has been doing more item checks. However, those item checks could very well turn around to claim speed from Brooke if he finds something particularly juicy.
It's true, and Brooke also took an unfortunate death with Ness, which she had to go and get healed at the hospital. She's taken, I think, just a couple of more fights than GURK at this point, so maybe it's all evened out. It's really hard to tell.
It really is. It really is. That was the only thing I could think of that would distinguish it. We do have GURK getting done with Moo training now and finding out about the Winter's TP. I assume both of them are just going to go there.
Yeah, it's another why not, right? It's just a quick check. The worst thing that you could get is gum to make you get another Sang instantly.
Well, worse for them, but then we get to see Tessie.
It's always a plus. Brooke doing a very scary teleport B out of that cave, and she got it.
Hey, let's see what the item is. Oh, no, we're getting money first.
Diamond.
Diamond. Oh, interesting.
No foresight access yet.
No. Yeah, because we don't have zombie paper. We don't, or not zombie paper. We don't have fly honey yet. And we don't have the teleport.
Right. I was just thinking that. Because Saturn Valley Fly Honey will allow Tucson and Foresight to be walkable.
Right. Yeah, so no, we don't. It looks like GURK and Brooke both went back to HHV.
Hey, are we cleaning up Lilliput? Maybe. Maybe we decided we don't want or need exit mice. No, GURK is going back to Tucson. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to get to see one of the most entertaining fights in the game, wherein Pokey is going to walk through the wall.
Colmar said, developer of this PK Scramble, said that they both practiced a way to avoid it. So let's see if GURK can pull that tech out tonight.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that had been found. Okay.
If that exists, I don't know it. I think it explains why I'm commenting. Yeah, GURK just walked past the trigger. So
okay.
Props to you.
All right.
No,
GURK fought him. Okay.
Okay. I was about to question my entire life. I didn't know it was that easy.
We do have heavily armored Pokey guarding Lilliput Steps, but he's down in like 2 hits.
Heavily star-stormed Pokey, not really a threat, kind of ever. If you have any psi power whatsoever, he goes down really without a fight, and Brooke is stock full of it.
Absolutely. I mean, Pooh and Paula just ready to fire off.
So that will be
it looks like thing. What? Starstorm is in the place of Freeze, I think.
Yes. And then I believe Paula has Rocket, and Ness also has Rocket.
So, wait, which slot is that then?
Because Wave would be whatever Rocket isn't.
Yeah. Anyways.
It's hard. It's tough keeping track of these accelerated psi. Typically, you're looking for just a couple of power ones. Like Bomb, Rocket, Starstorm are all great. And they've all seemingly appeared into this run. And after that, if you get a Weird Thunder or an Offshoot Freeze, they're nice, but they're not nearly the best things you could have.
I think I saw that Zombie Paper is somewhere in Foreside.
Maybe it's the diamond item.
It could be. So that means Zombie Paper doesn't matter.
It does mean Zombie Paper doesn't matter.
And in fact, yeah, if it is the diamond, then we now know that there is absolutely no reason to bother with that.
All right, Brooke is teleporting past the trigger here, I think.
Oh, okay.
And she got
not quite.
Not quite. So that That be a little bit more time.
We do have Tomar in chat saying that he thinks it was the Monotoli item, which in that case, I mean, skip Monotoli.
Yeah, huge waste. Unbelievable waste. So the Montessori typically comes with an item check and a kid check. But with all 4 kids, it's either going to be a teddy bear or a flying man, both of which aren't very useful at all.
I mean, flying man's nice to get, but we're getting the kids strong enough that it stops mattering so much, so... And we're getting... You also don't want him going into Gygus.
Getting an apple kid check on Kirk's side here, and he is going to supply the kids with something.
Yep, in exchange for a cookie. Okay, you know what? That is fair, Mad Cat. The teddy bear does eat freezes for you.
You're going for the ill-checked orange kid check. It does give you a Jeff item, and in extended psi, that could be a heavy bazooka that shoots star storms. So cool check. Didn't pay off, but it was neat to see him do it.
Absolutely, and it's one of those that you only see you don't see a lot of people do it, but it can be worth doing. I think in this case we already know where a lot of the most desirable Jeff items would be, though. Although I don't know if we've seen whether anyone has brain shock or paralysis.
Not that I've seen. I don't think Gurk has even gone down to the assist section of the site. He's just using offense because why not? 2 kids with Starstorm, 2 kids with Rocket. You get everything you need.
What else is there?
Liani coming from the boogie tent, hilariously, as this is even randomized. Hashtag. And the applicant had police badge. Police badge in random start allows you to go to both north and south Onet, which is actually really cool. You can get the liar, exaggerate check and the meteorite check, as well as the buzz teleport location, only after being the cops.
That's right. And so that means that police badge in random start can almost be more useful than in the normal start. But we do also have backwards access to exit mice now, which is something Kirk is going to grab right now.
I think at this point it's safe to say that Gurk is probably a little bit ahead. He has not finished Lilliput yet, but he has gotten these checks out of the way, and he's creating, I think, a stronger route of where to go next and what to do that Brooke doesn't have the information for. Oh, we have a meme, though.
Yep, it is meme time. Exclamation butts.
Butts. The butts command.
Excellent. And is now on her way to get the Apple Kit item. So I think that the only thing that they can do at this point is the fly honey.
Fly honey would be the big one. I think Gurk's cleaning up his Lilliput. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, because they don't have Onet access for the police badge to mean anything yet.
Right, they can't go into it, which is hilarious and sad. But if they do the fly honey, go all the way through Belch, then they can get the Saturn coffee, which may give them an Onet teleport.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I would expect it to end up being. Is that to Onet, and then police badge gets you more checks if you want them. But at that point, that would be at least 3 syncs. I think 3.
Oh yeah. Milky Well, Lilliput, Pink Cloud.
Yes. But so with Onet access, it could be the Onet. It could be also be Foresight with the key items that we've gotten. Either one would open up a fair number of things. But I would expect Onet because where's Brooke going?
Where are we heading? We're going to the hospital. Okay, interesting. We are going upstairs. And we're checking the insignificant item? Yes, we are. We're checking the insignificant item.
Okay.
Walking for a repel. I don't want to doubt it yet. I know that Brooke does swear by the insignificant item check.
I honestly didn't even know that was there.
Not often checked. Not often checked.
No. Look, for a repel, I'm not going to knock it either. Just not something I ever think about.
Although these double snakes are going to be tough already to Clover Paula.
Oh,
Brooke
that's
trying
not
to
a
use
good.
paralysis that Ness has to paralyze one of these higher lists. Are susceptible to it. If she can get
And
pulled, she can run.
and it is good to know that Ness does still have paralysis. Although I think it's in a different slot than it normally is. But what does it matter? You've got paralysis alpha.
And she got the double paralyzed, which allows her to run away. Although, wow, those snakes are really, really strong. That's the
Yeah, that's scary.
downside of accelerated enemy.
That is very scary. You don't want that.
As we are going to be watching our runners really just walk through a couple of doors, let's take this time to talk about Ancient Cave, the doors randomizer for Earthbound. There's going to be an Ancient Cave tournament coming up on April 4th. You have to submit 3 of 5 weekly seeds to enter it. Ancient Cave is really cool. The people who do it are really, really excellent. If you've never tried it before, there's never been a better time to check it out. You should really, really give it a shot, especially if you're into the kind of scrambly randomness, but in a different flavor.
Absolutely. I for one am excited to see that go down as well. It looks like we've got both of them heading to clear out Fly Honey.
You're getting the full butts from GURK.
Excellent. This is what we want to see.
The runners are giving us both cheeks as they butts up the memes.
It also means that we can't make fun of their memes.
I think I was speaking too negatively about GURK's loot goblining because Brooke is taking just tons of damage from normal stuff. Whereas GURK has gotten a handful of defensive items that are just making his kids a little bit more resilient against these strange fights.
It's one of those things that can pay off if you get lucky with what items you find.
My goodness, a triple red swirl on random
Weird
enemies of Musica.
Good.
This could end really poorly for Brooke. I hope she gets out of it. GURK, on the other hand, making his way easily through Belch Base with very few encounters.
Yeah.
This is a nightmare. The music put everyone to sleep. No. Get out of there, Jeff.
Oh, this is not good.
This is very bad.
Jeff's down. Ness is going down.
Even if she does live, she's going to have to walk all the way back to Saturn Valley to heal all 4 kids.
Yeah, that's rough. We do have Master Belch as... Is this even rando? Right.
Is this even randomized? Hashtag.
But so that shouldn't be a big problem. He's going to be annoying more than anything. But with the tools we've got available...
I don't know. Both two PK rockets hitting for 1 there. How fast is this Belch?
He is speedy.
Okay, we finally got him down with a 107, but that was a weird round. Brooke, smartly understanding that she doesn't have time to go back, just use the cup noodles that she's been gathering to try and push her way through Belch Base after healing 2 kids. Is that a red swirl?
Oh, no.
It's the longest red swirl I've ever seen on that fire. It's just Robopop. She can run away. That's fine.
Yeah, this is workable. It's still unfortunate. You don't want to see it happen. And especially on top of already having to use a couple of life noodles, those could be really important later, potentially, so.
GURK all the way through, and we're teleporting to Foresight. Foresight is not a great teleport at this stage.
Yeah, I don't like seeing that. But it is workable, at least, I would think.
It's not the worst.
Yeah. And he's just going straight through to take care of the sink, which absolutely makes sense. You're already set up for it. And getting rewarded with the vital capsule for Paula.
Looks like he popped the repel with how clean that was. This is sank number 3, so we should be able to clean it up. Evil Manny Manny.
Evil Manny Manny, yes. Not the gold one.
Rockets should take this down pretty quick. Brooke also through the Belch fight, also pretty quick. She does have some time to make up, but she's not moving slow.
I can't imagine Brooke moving slow in one of these.
I think it'd be like the effect where a fan is going so fast it looks like it's slow. That's the only thing that could... Every time I look at it, it's just too fast for my brain to comprehend.
Absolutely. We've got Tolmor calling for a monkey invite as very likely, which would be classic.
Yeah, both runners have the pencil eraser, which is the other half of that check, and it would give them a teleport to Onet, probably?
I would assume so, yeah. And honestly, actually thinking on it, I'm not sure that we have any other teleport access right now.
We do not. We do not. You're right. So
it almost has to be available.
yeah, it might certainly be.
The only other option would, well, I'm sorry. It almost certainly has to be available. However, it could be that one of the item checks in Foresight gets us the signed banana, and therefore it doesn't matter.
And the banana would give something, because the banana leads to the sank itself in an item, and that would lead to yet another teleport check somewhere, probably the monkey cave.
Probably the monkey cave. But at that point, what do you care, right? You've got 4 sanks, you've got Gygas access.
For a race percent seed, if you're not forcing 6 sanks, easy to go.
Mm-hmm. Although my preference is usually to go for the Magicant if I can pull it off, but... And we do have both of the runners still going behind to give the woman the diamond. You don't have to do that.
Vanilla, yeah. Vanilla
why not?
Monkey invitation, very smart. Both, whoever called it, Mad Cat, Tolmar, I give you both one imaginary Earth Buck. Don't be fooled. Even though the runners are both in the same spot, GURK is ahead by 1 sank. He did finish Milky Well, whereas Brooke skipped it.
They both managed to dodge the succubus.
The succubus! Just pulls you right in.
And I think both doing the hint?
Man, Brooke got sort of walled on that hint because she has not finished the Milky Way sank. Hintman will always tell you your next sank if you have an open sank.
Yes. Though it is a good reminder for anyone watching that the Hintman is genuinely very useful in PK Scramble.
Omar says behind the desk check is faster in Foresight. Again, proving that these runners, they've earned their spot. They know more than we do. As far as what miners time you can make up by doing very specific movement.
I mean, sure. I had no idea it was faster.
Green swirl. GURK has been just incredible with these green swirls today.
Absolutely has.
That's flex roll.
Even so, though, I mean, still managed to dodge getting a red swirl, which is also important.
Getting double tangoed. Hate when that happens.
Which does also, seeing this set of enemies at this point, does largely match with where I would expect logic to be. Which is both good and bad in that we will get a key item that we're expecting, but we also won't get like wildly deep items like a star pendant.
We did get an okay pendant though. That's going to help a lot if these runners choose to go to Gygas. It's one of the couple of things you really want on Paula.
I also saw a diadem, which is, I believe, Pooh's equivalent to an okay pendant.
Yeah, it's been a pretty decent moonside loot-wise.
Was that just a regular fry pan?
Oh, it's deluxe, I believe.
Okay.
A level 1 fry pan, yeah.
That would have been very funny, to be honest.
Decelerated items and accelerated enemies. And good luck, enjoy.
Okay, we see Shroom. Always a spicy one. You never want those mushrooms to land, and they always do.
All these rocket bees, though, big bottle rockets, essentially, should be able to get through it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They'll be able to get through it, and it won't take long, but it's just not fun. I'm sorry. Shroom is one of my least favorite enemies.
Call it out. Call it out. Chat, what's your least favorite boss? Mine's Electrospectre. Without a doubt. I hate Electrospectre.
That is 100% fair. That is completely fair.
that fight sucks. That fight sucks in vanilla, too.
Okay, so Shroom is down for Brooke. Let's see. GURK should get through. Yeah. Honestly, actually, GURK, I think, got through faster.
I believe he did, yeah. Just a little bit faster. Diamond Dog,
got
yeah.
Calls.
Diamond Dog,
yeah.
Pretty bad. Captain Strong, interesting pick. Nightmare, yeah. Matt Starman Jr., very slow. Signed Banana. Okay, so that's 4.
Signed Banana. That's it. I cannot for the life of me imagine that either of them is going to try and force the 5 sync.
No. And this is GURK's final sank. He could, if he really wants to, go to Gygas at about 35 minutes. That Paula probably needs more experience, though, which is, I believe, why he's running off.
I think he's just getting the mushroom removed.
Oh, it's on Nest 2. That'll mess with your directional inputs. Yeah. That makes sense.
Whereas when it's on poo, I mean, it's a potential problem, but you can work through it. But you don't want to be fighting your controller.
Yeah, Pebble Puck calls it out. It really depends on what the sewer's item is. Maxwell's Magna Hill item could be a Sank item. Could it? Let's see.
The only one I can think of would be bubblegum, and that's a slow check.
Yeah, and then you have to float across Tessie. You have to go. Still, with Paula at the health that she is, yeah, and the items that they have, it would be a spicy Gygas. Paula underneath 100 health is typically a spicy Gygas. An accelerated enemy, the
absolutely
would be crazy.
I mean, no, any time you get to Gygas this fast, this early, it is a risk.
Yeah, to say the least.
And I think that if it was anything other than bubblegum, monkey invite sort of stuff, that we would that's a nasty set of enemies. We would 100% be going for 5, but I don't know what we'll see.
Ambushed by the Tell Snakes. Brooke with a very easy Frankenstein Mark II fight. This is never, ever, ever a challenge. She could paralyze it anyway, but with our boss that hits you once every other turn, not a lot that could go wrong.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to recover from many of his hits. I mean, his hits can be, a little rough, but fine. You can just heal.
Interesting that you spent several turns trying to paralyze it anyway, rather than using PSI Gurk.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a logic there. I don't see it, but I'm not in the tournament. I'm not at the finals.
I'm here on the bench. I am not in the finals. I got nothing to say. I'm going to just assume that this is the best possible thing you can do.
Now, I am interested that Gurk went and he went and got the mushroom cleared, 100% agree, went and got the exit mice, that makes sense, and then also went and I believe picked up some tech bombs.
Okay, smart. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's definitely geared up and ready to go to clear this and probably to get into Gygas a little bit quicker, potentially.
Brooke finally threw that Frankenstein fight. Had to rocket it down a couple of more times and break away its robot bits. We're going to find out what Maxwell is going to give and if it's worth going for 5 Sank or not.
Absolutely. I'm very curious what this is going to be.
Tender Crowd.
Tender Crowd.
No
way. Nope.
No, thank you. We're going... Actually, where are we going? Brooke still has one check to do. I'm sorry. One Sank to do in Milky Well.
Yes, Mad Cat. Gurk has done Lilliput. His tracker shows it.
So Brooke clearly going to go back, finish Milky Well. Gurk finishing his 4th Sank. At that point, where are we going? Because less than 100 health on Paula. We have an okay pendant and a Franklin badge, which is nice. But with the accelerated enemy shuffle, the helper's going to be crazy. And anything that they have to run by or run into in Cave of the Past is going to be even crazier.
Absolutely, yes. I will admit, I completely forgot that Brooke had not completed Milky Well.
She's eating that repel to try and gain some time. It's very smart. I think Gurk did the same as he ran through. You can use one repel sandwich for the entirety of Milky Well, which is awesome.
Yes. Yeah, and with as fast as he got through it, there's no way he didn't, because that cave is such a nightmare otherwise.
Fighting a mook along the way. Gurk is going to get his Sank, get his useless item, and then we'll see him make an interesting decision.
Oh, Tomar is saying that the boss shuffle is regular shuffle. So the assistant will just be whatever. Could be spicy, could not.
Yeah. What have we seen? We've seen a bunch of low-level enemies, right? We've seen Strong, Frankenstein. We've seen Everdread.
We've seen the things you want to see.
Yeah.
As the assistant.
So
one of the only ones It could be very bad. One of the only ones left that I would be happy to see would be like there's a strong left available open and a guardian general. Oh, Frank. Frank is open,
Frank would be the
but
best outcome, right?
yeah.
I think the worst outcome would be Nightmare.
Nightmare would be atrocious, yeah. But there's always the classic of Starman Jr. as the assistant, which you don't ever want to see.
Both runners down at 4 cents. GURK is going
Yes.
to do a little bit of shopping. He may or may not know he's ahead, but he's doing some shopping for safety because, again, Paula underneath 100 health. Brooke, if she chooses not to do any shopping, is right here to go into Cave of the Past.
So here's the thing that I just noticed and just realized. Since GURK did Milky Well so long ago, he got that vital capsule on Paula at the time. Brooke did not. She just got that vital capsule. So notice that difference in HP between the two.
Is that her max health? She's max health 69. Nice.
I think she might be max health 69. Nice, yeah.
No, not nice. One time the 69 is betraying us.
So that could actually genuinely be like the difference here.
Absolutely. Brooke knows she has to go for it. She knows she doesn't have time.
Yeah, and they both are. They're going straight for it. And what other choice is there?
She's gonna have to. Oh, she's gonna have to. Come on, Apple Kid. She's gonna have to
Out of the
really.
way.
Come on, Apple. What is this? This is not the way to lose a race. All right.
Oh my god, Apple Kid, move! Oh,
It's gonna come down to what Gygas does and how they defend against it.
and apparently Apple Kid's movement.
Yeah, you're right. If Brooke loses by like 4.5 seconds, I'm going to be
It's
so
Apple Kid.
upset on her behalf.
That's right, Mad Cat. Apple Kid did place a bet on GURK. What I will be curious about is whether or not Brooke decides to do even like one round of let's take one fight here, and get a couple levels on Paula. I'm suspecting not. That would cause some time.
Immediately menued right to that repel sandwich. Did call the dad to make sure that if something goes wrong, she has a reset. GURK,
Okay,
I
good.
think, did as well.
GURK did as well, yes.
And these runners know exactly the pixel that you need to re-up those repel sandwiches to get all the way through this horrible, horrible Cave of the Past. Grab that gold
They're finding
bracelet.
a gold bracelet in the validation chest. Which is, I mean, depending on the assistant, that could actually be useful. Slap that on Paula, could keep her alive.
It I think is legitimately going to come down to whoever the helper is. If the helper is someone who will clobber Paula, it might be curtains for Brooke. If it is something that they can get through phase 1 quickly enough on, we're just gonna have to hope for no freezes.
Oh, and we didn't call it Spectre.
Kraken.
We've got Pebble Blossom saying 0 legs, Mad Cat 2 legs. Tomar also said Spectre.
Oh man, is it junior or super?
Oh, either way, it's not fun, but it's Junior.
It's junior. Okay, so we're firing it up.
Oh, that's going to be rough for everyone. You're definitely going to be seeing a life. You're going to be seeing some defensive plays here.
They both only have to shield a alpha, so we'll only do is shield one kid, which will probably be Paula. Ness does have brain shock, so we'll be able to brain shock Gygas if we can get to phase 2.
Oh, the brain shock landed on him. Okay. That makes Pooh even less important.
Okay, so this is power. mcmcGURK on Brooke's side is Thunder, which actually is terrible for this phase. That will bounce off of them, hit Gygas, and then deal damage.
Yeah, that's not good.
Not what
Both
you
of them
want.
have a kid down almost immediately.
GURK getting just a little bit luckier. The rocket bounced off onto Starman,
Oh, there goes Nest on both sides.
who's down on both sides.
GURK got his Nest back up.
The lightning reflecting off the Franklin badge into Gygas just to kill Paula is insult
Oh
to
my
injury.
god.
And a fire coming through on GURK's side. Paula's down.
Oh, this is
ship down.
that is something that is 2 in a row. What incredible timing on those life ups.
That will probably be the end of. No,
Oh
he's
my God.
pulling it out. These frames of zeros. We're hanging on that 0.
Oh, that's incredible. We do see, it looks like Brooke is going to just try to do something else. I assume looking for 5th sync at this point. After seeing that Gygus and seeing how quickly phase 1 went south.
Ness finally falling to that Starman Gygus combo. At this point, is GURK trying to keep this up a waste of time?
I think it might be, actually.
Does he have cover items on Paula? He bought Sport's life. He got through it. Okay, he's through phase 1.
I did not notice, but if he doesn't have any revives on Paula, then I don't see how this goes through.
Right. Even if he gets Ness up, he still has to kill phase 2. And Rocket won't do anything because Gygus is just so fast.
That's right. It's just going to be ones all the way down.
Okay, we got the cup of nudes that's going on to Ness.
Okay, so that's workable. And then Ness has 2 revives and some brain foods.
And we have some Star Storms, although low PP.
Low PP, but I did see 3 brain food lunches, so it could still work.
It could still work. And with the Franklin badge on Paula without being phase 1 Gygus, that is officially something that is just directly beneficial.
Yes. So it is still possible. It's going to be tough.
Brooke checking the dunes to see if there was anything in that mines worth grabbing.
I saw a 99 off of that freeze, so he's not really pulling his punches today.
And now she's going to the monkey cave.
I mean, and it makes sense. I know the monkey caves get a lot of hate, but it's honestly not that slow, and you get a key item and a teleport at the end. And I all but guarantee she's after that teleport.
GURK on to phase 3. If he can manage to hold out and not take a full death, he will take this. It's going to come down to whether or not GURK has to fight Gygus again at this point.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And you know, because he managed to get through this far, if he goes down, it's all but guaranteed he's probably going to try again.
He's going to try again, yeah. Yep. That vital capsule. The vital capsule on Paula early enough for her to get the level up, to get her life up, was really the clincher here.
Yes. I truly think so. And I didn't register that difference until they were getting ready to go to Gygus.
All right. GURK doing the phase 3 boogie. Life up on Paula over and over, and a quick pray.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Gygus isn't hitting incredibly hard, but he's not pulling the punches. So that defensive play, it makes sense. And I suspect that that'll actually get him through.
Skip turn on that one. Yeah, we're now in the range of like something very bad, like a multiple flash. A flash, death, and a numb is what we're looking at for what could go wrong here. It's aiming like GURK's gonna run away with it.
I think so. And I think it comes down to that vital capsule. Which is, what a wild thing, right?
Okay, so Paula got hit by 100 and is in the middle of a prayer cutscene. She could die here.
Let's see how this ends.
The health is going to keep on taking. No, we got the life up buff. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine.
She was down to single digits for a moment, but he got it.
And GURK smartly used the turn to heal up all the way to full, where I think this is going to be it.
I think it is, and unfortunately the item from Monkey Caves was Tiny Ruby. And...
completely worthless.
Yeah.
We don't even have a summer's check open.
No, there's nothing for that. And GURK is on to the last transition there. I think this is done. Oh, we do have Charles in chat pointing out that Paula actually gut saved.
This is the Paula that will not die. The 0 HP Paula. Darkest Prayer. One more and GURK is in it. Get your GGs ready.
We're about to see it, and it doesn't matter if Ness dies.
Oh, solidify!
No! Oh my god!
That was thunder. Okay, we're fine. No, Paula's dead!
The freeze, the turn before. Oh my god!
Freeze, we're not done!
Oh my god!
We are not done! We are not done!
Hold those GGs, chat. This has to go again.
All right, Brooke is now in it. She's got a monkey teleport, but she might send her to Summers.
Not only is she in it, she might be ahead at this point. That was Underworld. She's at 5.
Oh, that's fifth sync.
I think she's ahead now.
Does she have?
Well, okay. It's possible that GURK gets a good, clean, like phase 1 and does come out okay, but it was so close so many times.
Right, it was such a brutal phase 1 with so many 0 HP life ups, the Starman throwing out fires. Brooke has Tender Crowd, I forgot, that's a teleport check. She might be checking that instead of the...
I mean, it makes sense, right? Well, because then not only instead of this sync, but also this could be 6 sync run.
It could be.
I didn't catch what it was.
On it, teleport. So she now has the ability to go up and fight the cops. It's starting to look like a little bit too much time. No, she's going on it. No, she's not. She's teleporting through.
Yeah, anyway. She's teleporting away, getting around that orb. But no, yeah, at that point, no. You go for the 5, you get Magicant, you just push through on that. And that's so common. Like 6 sync is usually hard to pull off.
With all that being said, Brooke still has to finish the entirety of the fire cave. She does not have an exit mouse, I don't think, so she'll have to walk all the way back out. Then go to Magicant, then kill Magicant.
Yes. Now, the only, like, I don't know. That is tough, and if she had an exit mouse, which I don't know if she does, it would be a lot more certain in my mind, because Magicant boss can be so fast, and she still has her repels. Okay, Mad Cat, no. We have not found Key to the Shack. Otherwise, I think it would absolutely be 6 sync strat.
Yeah, that would be the play for sure. As GURK tries to get through the Starman again, he's got shields up on Paula. No kids are dead yet. Throwing the technical grenades at Starman Jr. as much as he can. Although that thunder and the thunder reflect onto the Gygas reflect.
That just keeps hurting. Now, so there is one positive for GURK here, is that Ooh, 2 kids down in 1 turn. That's not good. But the positive he has here is that he knows what Gygas is going to do. Whether he remembers it is a different matter, but those scripts are not randomized.
It's true. It's true.
Between loads.
GURK fighting her own thunder demons as she gets through to touch the Sanctuary boss, and it is a rat. That's fine.
Plague rat.
It could be
It's hard, but you can get through it.
Well, not with these
he's fast.
Yeah, it's a quick rat. GURK looking. This is looking like another wipe. Unfortunate for GURK, it is another wipe. He was so close at that end of that Gygas that was going for the reset. What will he choose? Is it another Force Gygas? Or is it gonna be...
It depends on if he's gonna get tilted off of this, right? It really comes down, I think, to like where he is in it. I'm so curious if he's gonna just leave or not.
Knowing when to cut and run is an absolute skill, and I know that GURK has it, but he's returning, he's outing, he's out. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that he has so many checks to go before getting a sync.
Oh, man.
He started to think that phase 1 was just luck. I gotta go to 5th sync.
And you know what? That is such a big, important skill to have, and I think he's showing that right there because he did it a second time thinking, okay, I got through it the first time, I can do it again, and it didn't work because of luck changes, and immediately bailed. I probably wouldn't have done the same.
You know, and I know because of experience, he might be kicking himself. If he sees that race time GG hit the done button, he'll be saying, why did I try Gygas a second time?
Hey, so Brooke is officially done with 5th sync, which means Magicant access. The question now is Magicant or try and force the 6. I'm expecting Magicant as soon as she gets out of here.
I'm also expecting the Magicant. She might be using the information of the race time GG, seeing that it has not said done on her side. Knowing all the things that she knows and knowing that she went away from Gygas, she might be thinking, how much time do I have?
Right. And because there is always the question when you're doing this sort of thing of like, did my opponent here run into the same problem and make a different choice? Do I have more time?
Are they already at Magicant? Where am I at?
Right. Oh, doing an item check here. That makes sense. You're very deep right now.
Yeah, Legends are always useful. Although I think she's out of repels, which is going to make Magicant very, very dangerous.
Certainly a lot more dangerous than if you have Stir Repels. Although I will say, I don't know, this is kind of personal dependent, but I think that Magic Ant is a little bit easier to despawn than COTP. Up until that very last, like, swirl. Okay, no, Chad is saying that she has 2 repels, in which case that's enough.
But is she going on net for the library
Is
check
she-
at the very least? Is it?
Is she
If
looking
this
for
is-
6?
If it's a key or a bubble gum, both of those would be better than trying to deal with Magic Ant.
Yeah,
And it's a racer. Never mind.
No.
Womp womp.
I was really hoping that we would see a 6 sync, but
Are we doing arcade? No, we're teleporting. We're teleporting during the Magic Ant.
absolutely no. You do the easy check and then you bail on it.
Racer. What a slap in the face. Brooke, Magic Ant.
But still doing the save at the very least. Maybe an item check, but probably not. No. Yes, Charles. I think we all wanted the 6 to happen. We do have GURK going through the monkey cave. Unfortunately, running into a fight, but it was a green swirl, so.
Brooke picking up a grip of noodles. This is going to be great. Assuming that the final Magic Ant boss is not nice, these will be helpful to try and pull themselves back into it.
And as we mentioned previously when we were heading into Gygus, we have mostly unpleasant enemies in the table.
LDX in that takeout box. We are more than gripped with repels now. Brooke's going to use the DX and just walk her way all the way into the Sea Eden. Dodging Sea of Eden Krakens, air quotes, is a little bit difficult when you have 5 kids. So we'll see if she gets through it.
In fact, I would be very tempted in her place to drop the teddy bear. I know that it can be useful, but getting through here with that,
it's
Frank. Who cares?
Frank! Oh my goodness, Brooke is so good. She knows that the enemies will always go after Ness's position, so she's using that information to drag these Franks into spikes instead of into her team. Very smart.
That is so good. And this is Mondo Mole.
But she can paralyze it.
She can paralyze it and just go.
Is this it?
This might be it, because Mondo Mole, I mean, look, he punches, but that's it.
Yeah.
I guess, he does have a heal, but like, and again.
He's not. We're auto-fighting to the end. We're holding Y and hoping that Kirk doesn't hit that button.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Yeah, but the slowest death by 1,000 cuts is taking 10 damage.
Yeah, this might be why not. You might want to drop out and fire some bottles.
Do we need it? Brooke doesn't know that where GURK is probably, but she knows he's not done. And that's gonna be GG.
That's it. Get your GGs in chat. This was what a race, everyone. Oh my god.
Holy crap.
I can't remember the last time something like this happened. I know it has. I just can't remember what it was specifically. But we do have our official racetime.gg from Brooke of 51 minutes and 44 seconds. Incredible.
Outrageous. The finals that I think were deserving of these 2 runners in particular. Outrageous.
Absolutely.
I don't even. Oof. Brooke, welcome.
Welcome. That was GG's incredible race. What were your thoughts on this, or do you want to know what happened?
I have just seen the thumbnail of a clip of GURK in the last phase of Gygas. So I'm assuming he died like on last prayer.
Last prayer, double freeze, Ness was dead.
Oh, I can't believe he got through phase 1. I thought for sure that he would have taken a similar route through the seed that I did, and also couldn't get past phase 1 because there's no way that you could get there.
Here's the thing, and it was mind-blowing when I realized it. What happened, as best I can tell, is that he went to Milky Well immediately and got that vital capsule earlier, so he had an extra 25, 30 HP on Paula. And that made the difference. That plus some good luck rolls during the fight.
I had really low levels the whole time as well. That first Gygas attempt, I was level 15, which is very, very low.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome, Gurk.
Hi.
GG's. Sorry about the Geigas. I will say it was thrilling for us.
Yeah, that was probably the most unlucky I think I've ever been.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, so I think somebody made a clip for you, but I was on the final prayer with both kids. Okay, well, no, Ness was low, but Paula was full, and I had just been spamming heals and everything, of course, but then the final prayer was a double solidify. And then the last turn was a slow lightning turn, so we did not get it off in time. The double solidify killed Ness also, so.
I just watched the clip. That's horrible.
Yeah, I had thought I had done it well enough. I mean, I guess